Samarambam Nityanandeshwari Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject for Nitya Satsang, again, I'll continue to expand on completion, because even today we are going to work on completion, the next level. I'll expand on completion. Please listen. Come to the space of listening. Completion is nothing but reclaiming the bits and pieces you threw it away in unconsciousness. Listen. Parts of you, bits of you, pieces of you, you shared or threw it with so many things and people in your life unconsciously. Reclaiming all that back, becoming complete with you, is completion. If you have an emotional connection, it means you shared yourself. If you have a hatred connection, you threw yourself on them. But you need to know, emotional connection or hatred connection, both are connections and both are incompletions. Both are connections and both are incompletions. Both are connections and both are incompletions. Understand? Look into you step by step. Completion should be continued till you realize you are one with the cosmos. Till you realize your ultimate state, your ultimate restful awareness, your joy, your eternal bliss. I tell you, when a man completes, he will realize he is half woman. When a woman completes, she will realize he is half man. Till you realize the grace and the power, till the man realizes the grace side of him, woman realizes the power side of her, completion need to be done. Completion removes conflicts inside you, contradictions outside you, commotion from the society. Contradictions, conflicts, commotions, everything is removed from the human life, human society. Just by completion. Bring completion, completion, completion. Listen. From the birth, every child should be taught how to retain his original space of Advaitha, the treasure with which he came down. It's unfortunate the society does not put its strength and energy in helping a child to retain his original advaitic state. He has to become pieces, and then he has to be searching his pieces. Sometimes your pieces have been taken away by somebody. It will take too much of energy and time for you to reclaim it. It is like somebody with whom you were in love, in the young age, puppy love. The person is not even there in the country. Now how will you complete with that person? This should be the vision, motto for our Gurukul. We are already working with this vision, and I wanted this to become more powerful. Even the parents should be taught this science, the science of teaching a child to remain in completion the original space of Advaitha which he brought with him as a birthright. As a birthright, when a child comes down, he comes down with a space of Advaitha. Please understand, even if you are not enlightened in the past birth, even if you are broken in pieces in the past birth, every time when death happens, it is like a new consciousness given to you. Life expects, all right, at least from now, live completion. But after coming down, because of the ambience, you start breaking yourself to pieces. Because you start breaking yourself to pieces, the past pattern of breaking also comes up. That is why the lack of integrity, authenticity, everything, lying, hypocritical. Sometimes you are broken to pieces so thoroughly, even you don't understand your pieces. Listen. Many times you are not even aware. You are not even aware you are broken to pieces. First, you should complete. Let me define completion once more from another angle. Sitting with the declaration, you will reclaim the part of you which is sitting in many people, many things outside you. This can be done in thousands of ways. It can be done by reliving wherever your emotions are stuck, the patterns in which you are stuck, the incidents which has created strong impact in you, and the cognition you created deeply in you. Reliving all of them, you can reclaim. Second, listen. Reliving all your inadequate cognition in all the moments of your incompletion, you can reclaim and become complete. That's the first thing. Second, deciding, cognizing. Whenever your incompletions happened, the personality who created the incompletion and the personality who is now in your body are two different. So healing that personality which created incompletion and assimilating means relating with that person, saying that, oh, 6 year of me, my version, which is 6 year old, 6 year of me, please understand that time your cognition was inadequate. Now you have expanded cognition. So please come on and dissolve into this expanded cognition. Let us become one with this expanded cognition. Ask your small version of you. Ask your 6 year old of you. Ask the junior of you. Ask the child in you. Ask, is your cognition adequate, or the cognition which I am having now is adequate? Whichever is adequate, let us merge in that. This is the flow with which the whole Hinduism functioned. Please understand. If you see the whole flow of Hinduism, religion of Bharat, religion of India, that's the right word. In a way, I accept the word given to us by the invaders, the Hindus. I accept, because there is no way you can describe Hindus. This is the only way. People who lived that side of the Indus River, because we were so evolved in so many dimensions. Each master who came, if he can take us to the higher, better cognition, we just go and merge with him. See the whole flow. When Shankara comes, all the Buddhists just merge with him. If I have to see from the time, little early, when Krishna comes, all the worshippers of Indra, nature worshippers, merge into Krishna. When Krishna is able to take us to the higher cognition, we are ready to drop the nature worship cognition. And when Krishna said, no need to worship Indra, come on, worship this Govardhana, we are ready to move. We are ready to move. When Buddha comes, the whole country just follows. When he is able to lead us to the better cognition, the whole country follows. And when Shankara comes, the whole Buddhists follow him. It is like whenever somebody comes who is able to lead people to a better cognition, the whole country follows. After Shankara, when Nagarjuna comes, the whole Hindus become Buddhists again. And after Nagarjuna, when Vidyaranya comes, the whole Buddhists become Hindus again. Then when Ramanuja comes, the whole Buddhists, Hindus, everyone become Vaishnavites. When Jnana Sambandhar comes, the whole Jains, Buddhists, everyone becomes Shaivites. If somebody can take us to the higher cognition, we are ready to go with him. The religion of completion is Hinduism. If somebody can lead us to the higher level of completion, we are there with him. I tell you, this is the best structure of a religion which can never be destroyed. Pond can be destroyed because it is defined with boundaries. A river cannot be destroyed because it is flowing. And you need to know, the common Hindus are not uneducated masses. They are highly educated in the field which is required for them. Go and talk to any villager in India. He will know more philosophy of life than any PhD in US. No, I challenge. He will talk about more philosophy. He will know more philosophy. He makes many of his decisions based on philosophy. I have seen hundreds and thousands of incidences, I can tell, where if the property disputes come, they go to the local priest who reads Mahabharata, and that guy picks up Mahabharata and reads out and solves the property dispute, saying that property dispute led to the whole destruction of a clan. The clash of the clan happened just because of the property dispute. You should settle it down. He comes to the conclusion, the whole group accepts. Please understand. Even now the local panchayats run all over the country. Local panchayats give judgments. People accept. It's not that we are uneducated. We are uneducated, so when Shankara comes, we run behind him. When Ramanuja comes, we run behind him. Understand? No way, nowhere, any one of our incarnations converted based on sword or force. Ramanuja never took sword and went and converted people, no. Shankara never took a sword and converted people, no. Buddha never took a sword and converted people, no. None of them converted anybody with sword, no. Swaminarayan did not convert people with sword. Even Naga Sadhus, our Mahanirvani Pita, we never went and killed anybody or attacked anybody for converting. We used weapons only to defend us, protect ourselves. Protecting. Our knowledge, our libraries, our manuscripts. Mahanirvani Pita's library was robbed, burnt for months together continuously. Everyone talks about Nalanda library, Dakshashila library, which is Buddhist. But nobody knows about the Mahanirvani Pita's library. Understand? Listen to the truths. Live the truths. A river has to flow over different terrains, and it takes the size and shape of the terrain over which it is flowing, but it retains its originality of being created and filled with water. Hinduism also evolves according to changes, but it retains its essence of completing and completion. Whoever was able to take us to the next cognition, adequate cognition, we were ready to go behind them. We were not uneducated. It's not that people lived in the time of Shankara, they were uneducated. Just because Shankara came, they all simply followed. No. They were highly educated in Buddhism, but they understood Shankara can lead them to a better cognition. They went behind him. When Ramanuja came, it's not that people were uneducated. They were highly educated in the philosophy of Shankara, but they could see Ramanuja can lead them to a higher cognition. So they just went behind Ramanuja. That is why I wanted to tell all the world religious leaders, don't come to our country to convert. If you think my country people are fools, you are wrong. And we are not political game players. In India, this conversion is used more for a political game. My religion, so many people are there, so many vote. It's used like a vote bank. Understand? For vote bank politics it is used. We don't care. We never bothered Mughals ruling us as long as they did not disturb our religious freedom, our spiritual freedom. When this fellow Aurangzeb lost his brain and started breaking our temples and destroying, forcibly converting us, then all our guys just stood up and created the space. Simply the whole Mughal kingdom destroyed, got destroyed. Understand? The one and only way we won the game of life is creating the space. That is why still Hindu Dharma is invincible. I am only afraid of one thing. Now people have started losing faith on creating space. That is the only fear I have. If I can bring people back to the ability to create the right space and trusting the space, that's it. I know nobody can do anything. I am trying to do only one thing. I am not fighting with any religion. I am not against anybody living in any religious concepts. No. I am trying only one thing. I am trying to make Hindus to live Hinduism. That's all. Create the right space, right cognition. I have a story. A Jewish man lives into a Catholic neighborhood. Every Friday the Catholics are driven crazy because while they are morosely eating fish, the Jew is outside barbecuing steaks. So the Catholics work on the Jew to convert him to Catholicism. Finally, after many threats and so much pleading, the Catholics succeed. They take the Jew to a priest who sprinkles holy water on the Jew and says, "Born a Jew, raised a Jew, now a Catholic." The Catholics are ecstatic. No more delicious but maddening smells every Friday evening. But the next Friday evening, the scent of barbecue wafts through the neighborhood. Catholics all rush to the Jew's house to remind him of his new diet. They see him standing over the cooking steak. He is sprinkling the water on the meat and saying, "Born a cow, raised a cow, now a fish." Alright, that is what happens. Conversion is one of the foolishness. Transformation is the only intelligent thing. I believe in transformation, not conversion. In India, these conversion-based organizations, please understand, already the International Human Rights Association in Geneva has passed a resolution. Religious conversion is violation of human rights. It is violation of human rights. It's violation of human rights. In India, because conversion is a political game, for number, vote bank politics, politicians also encourage it, and these people also do this only for vote bank. That is why even the preachers, leaders don't care about the principles of their religion. Otherwise, why will you have discourses on rebirth and chariot processions? Anyhow, in this country, whoever leads to a better cognition, we go behind him. Sannyas is the ultimate cognition. People ask me, why sannyas? Sannyas is ultimate cognition. Living the ultimate completion space and creating a space for millions to experience completion is sannyas. Sannyas is ultimate cognition and ultimate completion. The answer for the question why sannyas is to live the ultimate cognition and ultimate completion is sannyas. What is ultimate cognition? Ultimate cognition is feeling everything is part of you. Just remember, just visualize, create a space. If 1,000 people experience that, all 1,000 feel everything is part of them, and if that kind of 1,000 people live together, That is what I call Nityananda Loka. Aksharadam. 1,000 people in completion, total completion, in highest cognition, living together. That is Nityananda Loka, and I commit, oh, the cosmos, I'll create one to show to the humanity it is possible. The model community, it is possible. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.